to expect. You know, when Kane and I started planning this, and when we started discussing it, we wanted to make sure it was the ultimate racquetball experience. And you know, one thing we joke about, we break each other's racquetballs about all the time, is that it wasn't a camp, it wasn't a clinic. And you're going to hear from some of the ballers that are here from Team Kane and Team Sudsy, which ultimately now is just one big team.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think one of the coolest things is, you know, like I said, you know, we have a great group of guys, and we were really fortunate to have these people, and it's cool to see them all establishing a friendship as well. You know, there's people that have to catch their flights, and everybody's hugging, and you know, there's just all of a sudden this, you know, bond and friendship, and I think that's really cool.
Yeah, that was awesome, because we got, you know, even for us, you know, we got to meet such good people,
and they got to see a side of us that I'm sure that they don't really get to see. You know?
Yeah, we talked about that, like being able to come up and speak with Kane or I, you know, I mean, when you're competing in an IRT event or a pro event, you know, I know exactly what that's all about, right? Like, you don't have time to do this, but all weekend, everybody we spoke to, unanimously, they said that the experience of this, everybody said, is what they wanted, although obviously we did some amazing things on the court, which we're not going to disclose. That's kind of part of the way we're handling our experiences.
Absolutely, yeah. No, I had a great weekend. It was a lot of fun. Hearing all the positive feedback was really nice as well too. Seeing that this is our first one.
Yeah, it's the first one, and we're gonna announce
our first camp.
It's not a camp. It is not a camp, all right, or a clinic.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to announce, too, at the end of this, you know, we're going to bring in some of the ballers and really get their take on it. Because like anything else, Kane and I are trying to be realistic, too. Like, if they did or did not like something, they're going to tell us. Maybe they won't tell you right here.
And we're more than open for the criticism as well, too. We want, you know, we felt like the experience went great, but we do feel like there are things that we can improve on.
Sure.
And, you know, good thing is that they're not really big things.
Yeah, that's for sure. You know, and we're going to hear from some of them now.
Yeah.
We're going to invite them in here one-on-one, but we're going to announce at the end of this live where chapter 2 of the experience will be. We literally, about 15 minutes ago, Kane got the text and I got the text. We're confirmed in a location and dates, and we'll talk about that towards the end. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring in Mike here. Mike Courier is going to sit with us. Mike was a baller. And you know, there's a lot of people, Mike, that they say, they text and message us, they want these shirts, but as you know, you know, you can't get these unless you're part of the experience. So Mike, first off, thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you for the opportunity. It was great.
Where are you from, Mike?
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire, okay.
Guilford, New Hampshire.
All right, so just give us a little thought, you know, what was it like?
It was a great opportunity. I mean, to not only see the level of play of you two, but also everyone else here. It gave us the opportunity to play all across the board, which was huge. And that we'll take back and process and learn from that, as well as all of the things that you've done for us as far as, you know, comments and whatnot. So it was a great opportunity.
No, I mean,
you got to understand, we've been hanging out literally since you got here.
Yeah, Friday.
And we've been doing this where we're like buddies, like we said, we became a family. We've all developed this really unique bond that Kane and I don't even get to, we're not able to do. Like, maybe Kane and I can do that together at an event, but now it's like when we see any of these people here, it's like, hey, we're you know, what'd you say, they're the first 12, right?
You'll always be the first 12, it doesn't matter. But, you know, like I said, I think what's really cool is how everybody got along. And, you know, if you decide to go to any other tournament and you see these guys, you guys are going to have this bond, which I think is really cool.
Absolutely. Good synergy.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Bring someone else in here.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it.
Brian? All right, so here's Brian. Brian was one of the first.
Brian was one of the first.
One of the first sign up. A lot of you know Brian. O'Melian, right?
O'Melian.
O'Melian. Okay.
Like Kama Chameleon?
Exactly.
Okay.
Where are you from?
Milwaukee, Wisconsin area.
So Brian, you know, we've obviously gotten a chance to sit down a lot.
Yeah.
Who sings that? Boy George? Kama Chameleon?
I don't know. It just came to my mind.
It is a song.
It is a song. It just came to my mind.
You show our age when we do that, by the way. So Brian, talk to the racquetball world, the racquetball community, and tell them, what was your experience like?
Fulfilling in every way. You know, besides the racquetball, talking music with Kane. You know, where'd that song come from?
Yeah.
You know, we sat down at breakfast. You talked about life. You talked about racquetball and anything, and just so approachable, and nothing was off limits. And you know, everything from working on your game to, you know, just everything.
Yeah.
And we're going to continue to do that. You know, we're as we develop and plan our second and third experience. At the end of the day, it is for you. It's for the ballers, and you know, we appreciate everything all of you have done, but we appreciate that feedback, and we'd like to know, and we will be doing some more stuff. You know, your experience isn't over. One of the things that Kane and I are going to do for the baller is we're going to give them a unique video of just Kane and I talking directly to you to give you your analysis and critique for the weekend. So we look forward to that. So
and
Brian,
the other thing that was kind of
Yeah.
amazing was, you know, everybody sees you play that loves racquetball, and you guys are amazing. But to get on the court and feel a drive serve from each one of you or return it is just unbelievable. You can't describe that experience.
I don't know about Suds, but when we first started talking about this, I'm really happy that you said that about off the court. For me, you know, the on court stuff, it comes naturally. But like for Suds and I, especially me, like I said, you know, I kind of wanted to give the experience off the court. You know, like I said, you know, for me, I'm playing a lot, obviously, and I make a lot of finals, so I don't really have any downtime to just, you know, hang out and really get to see a side of me that a lot of people don't see. And so I'm glad that you said that, because that's one of my things that I wanted to take away from it, is I wanted the 12 ballers to kind of see how we are and understand that, hey, we're just regular guys. We like to go out and have some old fashions and talk about life and music and whatever.
Which we
else,
did.
you know?
Awesome,
Yeah, good.
Brian, thank you. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Brian.
All right, let's bring in Cyrus. We're just kind of looking over here to the studio. Cyrus,
Hey there.
how are you, my friend?
Awesome.
Yeah,
Great time.
so where are you from, Cyrus?
I'm from Detroit, Michigan.
Detroit, Michigan. And why don't you tell everybody out there, you know, what your thoughts are?
Yeah, so everyone knows me on Facebook. I love to write about racquetball. I love to talk about experiences, and what a great experience. I mean, when you get an opportunity in life to work with two professional racquetball players, two people who are passionate about the game, and when you get to know them and you understand they're human beings, they like to do things, they like to kind of talk about racquetball, but they're also human beings. And for us, it was a great opportunity as a baller here to kind of get to know them also on a personal level. I think that's really important. If you want to better your game, great, but you're working with better people, and I think that's an important thing in life, just working with relationships, helping people understand about the game of racquetball. But you know, life's short, so why not have an experience like this?
That was great.
I mean, I don't really,
Yeah, I don't know what to say to
I don't
that.
have anything else.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, cut! Well, Cyrus, really, thank you so much. You know, it was a pleasure. And like Kane
Very
said, getting to know everybody off the court was truly for us gratifying and enjoyable.
Awesome.
And we're going to continue that. And now we look forward to seeing you at a tournament.
Awesome. Come to the next experience.
Let's bring in, come on over, Jerry. Some of them are sore and tired. It takes them a little longer.
That's a lot of ball this weekend.
All right, here he is.
I'm gonna have a hard time following that.
No,
He took every word out of my mouth.
I'm gonna make my wife watch that.
Don't worry, if we would have known this, we would have made him go last.
Yeah, we would have set that up.
Yeah,
So,
obviously that wasn't scripted.
where are you from?
Tucson, Arizona.
So tell us. No, you know, I have a question. Why did you decide to come to the experience?
Well, one of the things somebody already said before, there's only one group. There's only a first. There's a first dream team, the first crew up into space. I want to be that first group. I've always watched you guys play, but to be able to do something with you on a personal level, to be able to be in the same court with you, to be able to have you as my partner and you telling me, hey, you're trying to cross-court pass to Kane, stop. Change your shot.
That's easy advice.
That's bad advice. Keep doing it.
Muscle memory, I'm still shooting for the guys at home. You know, and so you guys are analyzing our game while we're playing. We have the competition with everybody else. And then to me, I have to say one of my favorite was the dinner. The dinner was a blast. It was everybody, it's racquetballs out there. So you got your racquetball, you got your, you know, you're getting close with everybody. Just everybody's having a great time. And it's like a family within a family now. I mean, all of us racquetball players are family, but this is like a family within the family. And so, you know, I made a bunch of new friends. It's great. I'm looking forward to seeing these young people play in the future. I mean, can't wait. It's a no-brainer to do this.
All right.
It really is.
What was, without being too detailed, right? Because it's kind of like what happens in Vero Beach stays in Vero Beach. What was the most surprising thing that happened at the event, or your biggest surprise maybe you didn't expect
You
to
can tell
see?
me. You can tell me. You actually passed me one time.
No, I mean, no. The thing is what I really liked. I liked the on-court analyzing that you guys would give us, because there are things that I thought I was doing right in the game, and you guys would point out, and it would give you a whole different mindset of like, wow, I've been doing this for years, you know, stuff like that. And I've been playing the game for 30 years. And you think you know it all. And then you got these studs, and it's like, wow, shit.
You're allowed to say that. You're allowed to say it.
No,
Okay.
I've been doing it wrong for 30 years, but I'll take this back home with me, and I like to give advice to the people I play with.
Sure.
So whatever I learned here, I'll
That's
be
awesome.
sharing it.
That's cool.
Sharing it.
That's cool.
Awesome.
Well, Jared, we appreciate it, really. It was awesome.
Looking forward to seeing you guys again.
Gene Fry, come over here. You gonna come in? No, you don't want to see? Not everybody likes the camera.
Gene.
We're saving the guys that love the camera, folks. Yeah, trust me. He's already smiling. He's doing his makeup over here.
Yeah, makeup.
So, Gene, hey, first off, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you at the beginning.
Thank you.
You did amazing. Where are you from?
Castleberry, Florida, just north of Orlando. So
Okay.
2 hours away from here. Good timing.
And as you know, you were one of the first two to officially sign up for the first experience. So you're kind of like the first of the first.
That's would have been the first, but Shane had the inside track.
Well, we'll talk about that. So Gene, we've spent so much time. It's been great. Tell them, and of course, Kane and I like to hear what's it been like for you. What was it like?
It's been a great experience, something that most people can't understand unless they've been here and gone through it. To be part of the first 30 dozen has been excellent.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
You have to see the movie. It really has been good with all of you, and Scotty, the same thing. Meeting with Freddie and Robbie has been a very good experience. And it makes me think of how I first got started into racquetball. Just playing with some guys, and we didn't know the rules, we didn't know anything, just hitting the ball around, and to see the progression. I played for almost 10 years before I realized there was a pro level to the sport. And what really changed my perspective was watching one of Fran Davis's video with you and Jason playing on it. That's when I realized there's a whole different level than I'd ever imagined. And I don't think you remember, but you gave a talk in Harbor Island, Tampa, at one of the pro stops.
Mm-hmm.
And it was years after you had been out of the game playing it. You were a little heavier, overweight.
Just when you think Gene's a nice guy.
I was getting all emotional, and now I'm like, oh, so we're going to talk about Big Sudsy.
And the surprising thing is, you were given a talk to people, and most of them didn't know who you were. In fact, one guy had said, who are you? To your face. And I thought, I told him, this is Sudsy Munchak, one of the best players ever. And to see you progress to where you came back into the game and are now helping people at the level that you are doing is, to me, a phenomenal experience that more people should have. And same thing that was talked about earlier with you, King. You were long known for someone just come in, drop your bag, play a high-level game, pick up your bag and go. And for this evolutionary process to where you are now helping many people by demonstrating your skills on the court with us, and also the advice that you both give, I hope it is repeated. I hope many more people can get into coming to your camps.
Yeah, baby! All right!
It's been a fantastic experience, and more people should have that honor of playing with you guys. So, thank you.
That's me calling.
And that's
saying it's never.
Telling me to hang up now.
Thank you, Gene. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
That was special. That was nice. All right, let's bring in Shane DeWitt. Many of you know this gentleman here. So Shane,
Thanks for having me.
you're kind of a regular, and you were the first person to sign up for for the experience.
Well, as Gene said, I think I had a little bit of inside information there. So
yeah, we did, and you were vital to Kane and I's. When Kane and I discussed about doing this, and we said where's going to be the best place. Immediately I said, hey, I think Vero, and it was partly knowing that the support you would give us, and from Kane and I both, thank you so much for how you've helped us to facilitate and get this down here, make it happen. It's really, we're thankful for
And it's a wonderful club too. A lot of people can't see it, obviously, but you know, it's a really cool. You know, bad part, you gotta walk through the bathroom. That's the only bad part.
I never understood that.
Yeah, but anyways, I mean, it's a separate building, and it's really, I mean, I think that kind of also made the experience just a little bit more. We're in a kind of confined space, and we're away from the club. It's not your normal 2 courts that are, you know, you walk in and you already hear the banging of the balls. You know, we were separated from the building. I think it's just a really cool club, and I just a great venue.
Well, I'm glad to hear that from you both. I mean,
tell everybody now, you know, tell us your thoughts. What are your thoughts on the experience?
Well, first of all, I want to thank John and Katie, the owners of Vero Fitness, to let us do this. I mean, when I talked to them about it, they were really open about it, and so that's really good. I mean, my thoughts are, you know, gosh, they're all over the place. But you know, I mean, I've had the privilege to you know, train with you in 2019 a lot, and so I've had it's just been a privilege to be on the court with you and play at your level. Not that I was playing at your level, but to have the ball speed the way it is, and we played some great players throughout the U.S. and at the U.S. Open, but then to come and get on the court with 2 pros, 2 GOATs, that and it was just amazing to have that experience. And I mean, you guys put the experience in the experience together, and then with everybody else, it's this. I think I heard you say at one point, or maybe it was you, Kane. It's kind of this hybrid thing, because I felt like I was in tournament mode, and I think a lot of the guys felt like they were in tournament mode, but at the same time you're in this like friendly thing. You're in there playing against, I'm on Team Sudsy, but I'm playing against Team Kane, but you're coming off and you're high-fiving Team Kane players, and you're high-fiving, you know, Sudsy players, but at the end of the day you still have this competitiveness. You want to go in there, you want to do great, but and then of course everything off the court. You know, the conversations with everybody here from around the U.S., and then the conversations with you guys, picking your brains, not only about, you know, racquetball, but just personal things, you know, like one of the guys was saying about music, you know, your taste in music and your love for music, and you too, Sudsy, and your kids and Veronica being here, that was just awesome. So just an amazing all-around experience. You know. Well,
Shane, thank you, you know, for everything you did again. And Kane and I think you're one of the top possibilities of a forever experiencer. So we'll see if you're going to sign up for that. Hey, Shane, thank you. Always.
Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate it.
Appreciate everything you've done.
Can we squeeze the 2 guys in here, the 2 juniors? Yeah, can you guys do that? And when they're certainly not juniors the way they just balled, but this is Andrew Gleason and Timmy Hansen. Many of you know them. And come on in. And get in here. I'll move over if we can kind of share a little seat. So here they are. You know, this is Tim Hansen. Where are you from?
West Palm Beach, Florida.
West Palm, Florida. Andrew Gleason, where are you from?
Des Moines, Iowa.
Des Moines, Iowa. So guys, you know, first off, great job today. You know, that was live. You got on the court, you played doubles with Kane and I today, which was live on Facebook. Everybody could see. You know, we want to hear from you guys firsthand, your thoughts on this and how it went. And Timmy, we'll start with you.
I think my favorite part of it was yesterday when we were playing doubles. Everybody would pick up whoever they want, play doubles. And then one of you guys would switch in and say, the score is 6-8. No, it's 13-13. Have to win the game. Hit a serve that you haven't hit. Do something crazy.
It's my son, sorry. Go ahead.
Do something you haven't done before. That puts you in a situation like a real match in the finals of a U.S. Open, that you really need to focus and win that match. It puts us in situations like that, which I prefer.
Andrew?
Well, to me, the most important thing that I learned was now I have a better understanding and I have a better grasp on the first point of game and the last point of game have the same value. Before, I looked at the last point of the game a lot different, or even how points were, depending on where you were in the game. Overall, it was worth every dollar. The friends we make here, it's a bonding experience that I don't think anybody here had a bad time.
we like to hear that. What happens in Vero stays in Vero. Timmy, today you were on the court with Kane and I in doubles, and pretty competitive. You know, you're going to be able to watch that. Anybody can go watch that. It's live on the Facebook page. What was that like?
It wasn't expected at all. I thought, we'll do it right, we'll do pretty good. But I was actually shocked. And I was telling Kane earlier, I like it when you guys are hitting the ball hard, hitting it hard at me, and I'm returning it however. I just like that, the speed. I like the fast.
You guys were hitting it hard too. How about,
like that.
what was it like for you?
Well, the first thing when I walked on, I was like, please let Kane be on the right side, please.
And he was. Go watch.
And I was, yeah.
Yeah.
So you got your wish.
Yeah. Yeah, because I served you the other day and you would crush everything.
You know, speaking of, you know, now's the time, right, Kane? I was hit. Kane and I were very concerned. It was one of the things we discussed. Like, hey, you know, when you do this, you really got to be careful. You don't want to get hurt. I was hit 3 times this weekend, and twice by him.
Wait, twice?
Yeah, twice. You want to see them all? Look, there's one.
Oh,
And then the other one, I don't know where. It's a little higher, so I'm not going to show you. Oh, it's in my back.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't feel it, but it was, you know, it was some good shots. I like that.
You should have seen Timmy's face when I did that.
Yeah.
I turned around, I was
You
like,
should have seen Kane's face when he looked at me after you did that. He goes, don't hit him.
Don't hit him. I did. I swear I did. I said, I looked at him and I go, don't hit him.
Yeah, you really did? And what did I say though? You can say it, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I said, no, I'm going to hit him. I said, yeah, he's got to learn. I said, if Timmy hits a drive serve to the left.
I knew it was going.
I mean, like we talked about, one of the things.
And then what did I say? I went, okay.
Yeah. You know, one of the things we talked about with you guys, which was important to Kane and I, was that respect, right? Mm-hmm. We found it very respectful that you guys came out today against us and you played hard. You just played hard. You know, you didn't cower. You wanted the ball. You know, you guys wanted to bring it. And speaking, you know, for me, for sure, I'm super proud of both of you. You did awesome this weekend. It was great to get to know you a little better. And, you know, hopefully Kane and I gave you enough here that, you know, it's going to help you as you continue on your racquetball journey, but not just in racquetball, but also off court in life. But you're all already great kids, you know, great young guys, and like, you know, your parents did a great job. So thank you to your parents for that. But it's really been a pleasure, and I know King.
Yeah, no, I mean, you know, obviously, Andrew, I've worked with you before, so, you know, I got a little more history with you, and obviously this is the first time really that, you know, we've, yeah, both of you guys very respectful, very willing to learn. I think that, you know, you reach a certain point of your career or your playing where you feel like you know everything, you know, and it comes a lot from the ages where you are, you know, kind of being a little bit naive and kind of want to do it your way, and, you know, that whole struggle for independence thing. And I think that stuff is great, but, you know, you guys were really open to learning. You know, I spent, you know, you were on my team, obviously, and spent a lot of time with, you know, in timeouts with you, you know, talking to you, and you were very, you know, very open to criticism, and I think that that's going to take you guys really far in your career.
And you know, now you can contact Kane and I, you know, we're here, and whatever you're going through or about to go through, we've both done that. So, you know, we don't give you advice or counsel you because we're smarter or better or more titles or wins. It's probably because we messed up a little bit more. So we can now, we like to share that, and hopefully that will help you throughout your journey and on and off the court. But guys, thank you.
Just keep the same attitude.
Yeah.
And don't be lazy, Timmy.
Thank you. You guys can. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Well, all right. That's. I think we're good. I think we hit on everybody. You know, quick moment because I see her over there. Thank you so much to Al. You know,
Great.
You know what she did in her help, and Allie, thank you.
Everybody really. I mean, Scotty, Freddie, Robbie. I mean, you know, the amount of footage and photos that we have are ridiculous. And you know,
Freddie, you want to talk on that about the content you collected today a little bit?
Well, basically, I just.
You want to get in
here and talk about it? Bring the camera. You know, this is something Kane and I are really, really looking forward to. You know, Freddie was down here with us from day one. Why don't you just tell everybody, you know, what you've seen through the camera as well?
I'm gonna turn this off, but basically, I came down with the idea that I knew this was different. I knew this was an occasion where people were going to be hungry for info and hungry for just being around these two guys. So for me, it was a no-brainer. It's like I literally just loaded up my camera with as much memory and as much power as I could, and I just kept it rolling all week. I think I got some really, really unique stuff with these guys showing, like, there were moments where these two would just kind of like give of themselves right at the right moment, where you could see these players were like, there was one, I'm struggling here to kind of like explain what I've seen, but it really is a process, right? These guys go in there and they watch you play, and then they join you, and then they critique you right on the spot. But these are little things that you're not going to catch unless they're in there with you. And for me, it was just a matter of just like, okay, I just got to point my camera as much as I can. And I'm looking forward to seeing all this stuff.
Yeah.
to be honest.
Freddie, thanks. It was awesome. And we know that you're someone in the racquetball community that's going to communicate in other ways too. You know, with Restrung, you already said you're going to write an article.
Yeah, I mean,
you might have a documentary here. You said there's so much stuff we have.
Yeah, I mean, that I honestly think that'll happen after a few more experiences. I mean, I saw some people change. I saw these two guys get along, like they get along so well. We have a really good team here. Scotty's on point. He's the guy with the
Scotty Mac.
Scotty Mac, you know, so it's a pleasure to be here. I'm glad to be a part of this. I wish I played more indoor. Maybe I'll try playing, but yeah, man, thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, thank you for everything you've done.
Cool,
Appreciate
man.
it.
Thanks, Freddie. Totally. Scotty's not a guy of words, but Scotty, if you want to come in for a second and say hello.
we go.
And if you hear the baby, it is Mateo.
Are we really going to ask him to analyze this?
Yeah, we're not, you know, Scotty Mac is a guy behind the scenes, but he kept us going. You know, he's got the plum pants, which, you know,
He was repping. He was repping today.
He did ref.
He did rep.
You know, Scotty, we're going to keep it simple here.
Hopefully.
Give us your first thank you for everything you do, and you always do. But what were your thoughts and expectations?
Yeah, I thought the weekend was really great success. I was like, it was amazing how easily things flowed, so that we could find like high quality content and things to do to fill time. I think the systems and things worked really well. That's one of the things I was looking at, was like getting the spreadsheets lined up and everything. But yeah, I think overall, like, I'm stoked with how everything turned out. All told.
Well, that's what we want to say. We just want everybody to see you and say thank you, and you know, we appreciate it. We can continue.
Thank you.
Robbie Partovich, you know, Robbie came down and he was taking pictures. Robbie, you want to say something? We'll keep this one short.
Short.
You know, Robbie, go. Robbie, thank you first of all. Thank you for, you know, he's got the camera.
Thank you.
And obviously we're looking forward to all those pictures, and you know, why don't you kind of give your thoughts?
Wow, it was a great weekend. Obviously, if California wasn't on where we're at, I would have been a member and participated, but taking the photos, I really just wanted to give one thing. I've been on the court with some pros in the past, so I know it's so much different than watching at a US Open from outside the court. And you guys delivered. I thought everybody's gonna play with and against each of these guys, and they did. And I know how excited they were, because I took probably 2,000-3,000 photos. And they're gonna have memories, because these photos, no, you don't get to see all of them. They do. They get every photo. They can do whatever they want with it. There's photos of every one of these guys with Kane, with Sudsy, with both of them, being coached by them. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. And for those of you out there that are thinking about number 2, like they said, the first one sold out in 30 hours. Don't hesitate. When they give you the go, do it. It's $1 per minute, it's a value. This isn't a camp, this, you know, which he hates that word. This is an experience. To me, and I'll use the camp word once, this is fantasy camp. I mean, look at him. You want to be on the court with this guy. You want to hit your best shot. You want to see his return.
Good luck.
And it's an experience, so it's a once in a lifetime, and it was a once in a lifetime for me, so thanks again for letting me be part of it.
Thank you, Robbie.
Thank you.
Thanks again.
You did.
Thank you. So, you know, Kane, real quick, also, as we get to close this out before we announce where the next one's going to be, there's a couple of people we need to thank that reached out to us that wanted to help or be part of it, because we went into it saying, we're doing this on our own, and we didn't want sponsors, and we didn't want any support, and that kind of came to us organically, right? Like we didn't go out there. We wanted to take full responsibility, do it, everything from the shirts to the clubs to the, but I know somebody very special to you and close stepped up and said they wanted to be a little sponsor. So
Donald Williams. He's obviously a great friend, but didn't even have to ask. Like you said, we were just gonna do this on our own, and he ends up giving me a call and was more than happy to sponsor the dinner. Yeah. And we had a great time at dinner last night. It was phenomenal. We actually called Donald and FaceTimed him.
Yeah, we FaceTimed Donald.
Which was really cool. He just supports racquetball in general, and he supports a lot of the athletes. He helps me out. And, just a great ambassador. You don't have to be a top pro to be a great ambassador.
No, and Donald, we really appreciate that. Everybody appreciated that. And then we had another one, Carlos Cabrera. A lot of you know Carlos. Carlos, he helped us out with the breakfast and some other things. And Carlos, we greatly appreciate that. And and it means a lot to us that you did that you reached out and wanted to be part of this. So again, Carlos, Donald, thank you so much. Rollout, Kane and I now, you might have saw in another show, they are our partner and they're committed to being part of this. I mean, the stuff these ballers got, between the shirts and the jacket, that gift bag. Thank you to Rollout, Jonathan Clay, top shelf stuff. Again, get ready to design number 2. We'll be texting you immediately following this. In that bag too, one of your other sponsors, they got
coffee. Mm-hmm. What else did they get? They got they got crowning moment hats, face masks, whatever. They got headphones. From Rollout.
Jake and Beastmate.
Yeah, Jake. Yeah. Obviously, that was really, really cool for Jake. To send that stuff to the ballers. There's always it's funny because it's always this disconnect, right? Like because we're competitors, it's like hard to support that person or the other person, and he stepped right up, and I think that's awesome. But Jake and Sam and all, they're great. They're great.
Great. Yeah, the Bredenbecks are some of my favorites guys in the world. Yeah. I want to thank my wife Veronica for putting up with me over the past month and taking care of the kids. She didn't even get to come here, and she didn't see us play a point.
Well, mine's a little different. I don't have any kids. I was more of a pain in the ass for Allie, really. But
well, without them, I don't think we'd pull this off either.
No. I mean, just really, what we do on there is really the easy part.
Simple.
Playing.
I'm not returning your drive serve. It's not that easy.
But really, for all this to happen, it's all the people behind the scenes.
Yeah.
For sure. And I think that's important for people to know that.
It is important. It is, and all of you, thank you. And ultimately, it's about the ballers. Some of them are still here. A lot of them have to go catch flights and get out of here. But this is for them. This was for them. And it was awesome to do that with you because we both had that same vision right out of the gate. We said, this is going to be for them. We don't, and of course people, but you got paid. Of course we got paid. It's our job. That's okay, right? Yeah. We did have one baller that couldn't attend. And that's not our business to say who, what, where, how, when, or why. But that baller is going to have an open slot in experience moving forward.
Yeah, and whatever experience it is, 2, 3, 4, whatever they can come to. They have just an unfortunate situation, and that person really shouldn't be. We felt that person shouldn't be punished and miss out if that person wanted to come.
Yeah, absolutely. So you know who you are. You do have an open slot at the next experience. So with that, we're going to end the show. My kids are being patient. That's more patience than I have, which is not easy. Let's talk about Experience Chapter 2.
Let's talk about it.
The experience. So why don't you tell everybody where we're going and when?
So the second experience will be July 4th weekend in Austin, Texas.
Austin, Texas, your hometown.
My home.
So, and you heard that right. He said 4th of July weekend. And I'm going to put Kane on the spot. Do you think we can do a barbecue at the house, maybe, on 4th of July?
Of course.
All right. So that's part of the experience.
Instead of a dinner, we had a dinner here. And we, to kind of change it up a little bit, what we're going to do is to celebrate July 4th, we're going to have a barbecue at my house.
So yeah, that's there you have it. It's going to be July 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. We're going to be in Austin, Texas, which is a beautiful place. Go check it out right now. Allie and Kane are going to host the house. We're gonna have a great barbecue for the ballers. Again, you know, if you're in attendance, and that'll be Sunday, so plan on flying out Monday, and the format will be pretty similar. We will not open registration yet today. Like we said, we were fortunate enough, 30 hours sold out. So we're just not logistically ready to open registration because we just got the green light from Austin. It'll be at the Lifetime Fitness, correct?
At Lifetime Fitness South, yeah.
And what's I mean, like I've been all over the world, right? I haven't been to Austin. Tell everybody. I mean, I know it's an amazing place.
And you can Google it. No, I mean, obviously, it's a great city, very fitness oriented, got a lot of things to do. It's for the longest time, it was really considered a college town, and it still kind of is, obviously, with UT and UT being really big, but it's really just it's a great family place. And the weather's not bad either.
Yeah, it is.
It's gonna be a little hot in July.
I'm looking forward to a cannonball, picture of everybody jumping in the pool all at once, especially if Robbie's there.
Yeah, there you go.
So there you have it. Chapter 2 of the experience will be Austin, Texas, July 2, 3, and 4. And one of the main events is a barbecue at Kane's house on Sunday at the end of the experience. Really looking forward to that. And then, there were a lot of people that wanted to see us play, and we played here.
Yep.
In the second experience, that might not happen, but Kane and I have something special planned also. There will be something competitive at the end, which we will not disclose yet, but it might not be singles between us, but we will be on the court. There's no doubt about it. And hopefully you can get there. So registration will open here within the next week for Chapter 2. We hope if you didn't make it to Chapter 1, you'll consider Chapter 2. And yeah, we're working on 3 and 4 and hopefully 40. But Kane, that's it, man. It was amazing. It was awesome.
It's great.
And we'll be doing this again. Let's go get some dinner and maybe a margarita.
I'm hungry.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Hey, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you. Have a great week. And we appreciate all you do for racquetball. We're going to continue to work our asses off to make sure that we can create these great experiences, keep racquetball out in the forefront. And we're going to try to go enjoy a little bit of South Florida here for a few minutes.
Yes.
Thanks again. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.